You probably believe that studying longer means learning more, but that's one of the biggest lies students have ever accepted. Every day, millions of students spend hours reading textbooks, taking endless notes, and watching lecture after lecture. Then, exam day arrives, and suddenly they can't remember what they studied. It's not because they're not smart, it's because they were taught to study the wrong way. Today, you'll discover a study routine that can completely change your memory, focus, and results. The first thing you need to understand is this: your brain doesn't learn by simply reading information. It learns by retrieving it. There's a huge difference between recognizing something and actually remembering it. When you reread a chapter, everything feels familiar. You think, I know this. But can you explain it without looking? Can you solve a problem? Can you teach it to someone else? If not, you don't truly know it yet. That's why top students spend less time rereading and more time testing themselves. They answer practice questions, explain concepts out loud, and challenge their own memory. Because learning isn't about consuming information, it's about retrieving information. The second mistake is studying for hours without a break. After a while, your brain goes on autopilot. You stay at your desk, but you're no longer learning. People confuse study time with study quality. 1 hour of deep focus is far more valuable than 5 hours of distraction. Study in focused blocks. Work for about 50 minutes, then take a real break, and come back refreshed. Your brain needs recovery to build stronger memories. The third secret is simple. Don't study only one subject all day. Mix different subjects together. This technique, known as interleaving, forces your brain to adapt to different types of problems. It feels harder at first, but that's exactly why it works. Another mistake is waiting for motivation. Most people say, I'll start when I feel ready. But disciplined students know the truth. Motivation comes after action, not before it. You don't need to feel motivated to begin. You simply need to begin. Once you start, your brain builds momentum, your focus improves, and studying becomes easier. Discipline creates motivation. Now imagine a better routine. You wake up without immediately checking your phone. You organize your workspace and decide exactly what you'll study before you begin. No distractions, no notifications, just focused work. At the end of the day, spend a few minutes reviewing what you've already learned. Not to relearn it, to strengthen it. That small habit dramatically improves long-term memory, and never underestimate sleep. Many students think staying awake all night shows dedication. It doesn't. While you sleep, your brain organizes everything you learned during the day. Without enough sleep, much of that learning is lost. Sleeping isn't wasting time. It's part of studying. Finally, stop comparing yourself to everyone else. There will always be someone who learns faster, someone who gets better grades. That doesn't determine your future. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Improve just 1% every day. Small improvements, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. Remember these principles. Study to remember, not just to read. Test yourself often. Take smart breaks. Mix different subjects. Protect your sleep. And show up every day, even when you don't feel motivated. Because successful students aren't the ones who study only when they feel inspired. They're the ones who make studying a daily commitment. Talent may open the door, but discipline is what carries you through it.